organized by Association of Professional Technicians and Technologists in short form APTT. I am Kepli Anak Junit, moderator for today's session. I would like to introduce today's presenter, T.S. Nikman Salleh. He is currently a founder and director of Black Dot Management Sdn Bhd and BDM Eureka Sdn Bhd since 2014. Currently, he involved with engineering quantity surveying and project management consultant under Black Dot Management Sdn Bhd. Meanwhile, he also involved in establishment of new company to specialize in investment holding companies under BDM Eureka Sdn Bhd. T.S. Nikman Salleh also has been invited as part of board of study in Malay panel lembaga pengajian semakan kurikulum in University Technology Malaysia in 2022. He received his bachelor degree from University Technology Malaysia in 2008 to 2011 and master degree from the University Malaysia Sarawak or UNIMAS in 2016 to 2017. He also completed more than 22 projects and 2 ongoing projects involved with Sarawak Coastal Road Project, Ben Borneo Highway Project, and several projects under Sarawak Energy Berhad. Previously, he also has the experience as executive risk management in Malaysia Airports Holdings Berhad. In Nadir Sdn Bhd, and his scope is facility management since 2013 and 2015. He also has 11 years of industry experience. He is also a professional technologist, specialized in building and construction technology under Malaysia Board of Technologies, and an associate member of Institution of Engineering and Technology, and a member of Technological Association Malaysia or TAM. And here a list of his licenses and certification. He has a certified construction project management under CIDB Malaysia, Tibet level 6 certified construction project management under OTHM United Kingdom, Tibet level 7 Institute of Engineering and Technology under Malaysia Board of Technologists, Technical Association of Malaysia, Cyber Security, CyberSec First Responder, CIDB Green Card, and Hazard Identification, Hazard Assessment, and Risk Control. For those of you just joining us today, welcome to today's webinar, Practical Application of Strategic Management in the Construction Industry in Sarawak, or SME sector, will be presented by T.S. Nikman Salleh. Just a little housekeeping before we get started. Kindly be reminded that mic should be muted at all times, switch off your camera, and recording is not allowed. If you have any questions during the presentation, please type your questions in the chat box. Our team will compile all questions and will bring it up at the end. Now, without further ado, we will turn the time over to our presenter, T.S. Nikman Salleh. Please welcome. Hello, T.S. Nikman. Are you there?
Oh, sorry, muted. Yeah. Sorry, it's my mistake.
Okay, it's okay.
First of all, thank you again for inviting me, T.S. Kepli Anak Junit, hosted by PCSS and APTT Sarawak. Thank you again for inviting me for these sessions. So today I'm going to present about the practical application of strategic management in construction industry in Sarawak and focusing more toward SME sector. So I will actually this slide later on this slide is a standard slide for me to present with for the Master of Corporate Administration under University of Malaysia Sarawak actually. So I'm using the same slide to present about the strategic management and also a bit of how to establish a company in Sarawak. So as you can see over here, this is the slide, the same slide about the application of strategic management. And this is the information about me. So thank you again, TS Kepli, for inviting me and to give a brief information about my company and also me myself. So I'm one of the founder for BDM Eureka Serang Berhad, Black Dot Management Serang Berhad for engineering company, and also Black Dot Management Solprop an engineering company too. So this company actually established in 2014, focusing more toward engineering, quantity surveying, and also project management consultant. And recently, I has established a new company. It is called BDM Eureka Serang Berhad to specialize in investment holding company to hold the corporate share in all my company under Black Dot Management or under Black Dot Management umbrella actually. So this is my background. Nothing much to say. And we start with the next slide is SME. So this is the definition of SME in Malaysia, and this definition I get it from the SME Corporation. So based on SME Corporation, SME is a small medium enterprise actually. So right over on the right hand side over here, there is an indicator showing whereby the manufacturing and also the service sector is a two different sector. In order for them to see is either you are part of the micro or you are part of the small or you are part of the medium entity, there are few indicators you need to know. For example, the sales turnover and also the employee. So if your business is part of if they have a sales turnover below than 300,000 ringgit or employee below than 5%, you are one of the micro company in Malaysia or in Sarawak. Meanwhile, if you have sales turnover within 300,000 to 15 million ringgit or employee from 5 to 75, is a small company, and also 15 million to 50 million is a medium company. But this one is only applied to the manufacturing sector only. But for the service sector, the sales turnover is much lower compared to the manufacturing sector. For the micro, 300,000 and below. For the small, 300,000 to 3 million. For the medium, is 3 million to 20 million. So in this presentation later on, we will focusing more toward construction industry in Sarawak, and also we are focusing more toward grade 4 construction company in Sarawak. In CIDB, we have grade 1, grade 2, 3, until 7. So in this industry, if you want to get a small project, you need to understand, you need to know your target market actually. So for example, if you want to get 100,000 ringgit project, you need to get a G1 license. It is mandatory in Malaysia, whereby if you don't have any CIDB license, you cannot perform any construction job in Sarawak. Even though you're one of the foreign company, you need to apply to. You need to apply to under foreign license. So next is okay. This is a bit of statistics from CIDB Malaysia. The number of contractor registered with CIDB Malaysia, focusing more to Sarawak only. As you know, grade number 1, we have 5,328 contractor in Sarawak, registered in Sarawak. Grade 2 is 1,568, 3, 1,134, grade 4, 245, grade 5, 550, grade 6, 161, and grade 7 is 761. For your information, this is only active company in Sarawak, active company. We have 9,537 local companies, 44 foreign company, including the company that I'm consulting right now, Jongsun Serambahan, is part of the 44 foreign company registered in Sarawak. So this is the grade that we have in Sarawak, we have in Malaysia, grade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So now you know your competitors, you know your target market, and also you know your how many competitors that you involved in. For example, in this presentation later on, we're focusing more toward grade number 4, whereby the company entitled to take the project up to 3 million ringgit only. As you can see over here, for the grade number 4, around 245 companies only in Sarawak. It is very, very small. And there is another opportunity. I'm quite shocked when I do this type of data search. Grade number 6, 161. I'm quite shocked. It is very small. So in my opinion, this one is a huge opportunity in Sarawak. And if you are to establish a new company, you need to choose your grade carefully later on. But in my opinion, if you started your first time you start your company, you start with a grade number 2 first. The best grade for you to kickstart to register as contractor in Sarawak. For the grade number 2 in Sarawak, we have you can register under the Pejabat Resident Malaysia, not Malaysia, Pejabat Resident Sarawak, Kuching, and you can register your company, and there is a system called cabut undi. So every quarterly, the Pejabat Resident will call G2 until G4 contractor to do cabut undi. So you don't need to bid. It's based on luck only. The government will give you a project. Sometimes the project is too many and there is no contractor to take the project. So that is the best part from grade 2 until grade 4. So it is the best place for you to start a business. So, and again, we are focusing more toward, in this presentation, is more toward the strategic management, the application of strategic management. And this presentation, the strategic management it is different compared to strategic management in books. It's different compared to this type of strategic management, because of in books they are more focusing toward the multinational company, how you manage your multinational company. For example, Coca-Cola, for example, L'Oreal, for example, a lot of huge brand in the market. For example, Dell, Apple, they are focusing more toward that. But unfortunately, we will tailor-make this course later on more toward SME sector in Sarawak. It is the best solution for you to understand about your own business, and also how to apply the strategic management for the contractor for the construction industry in Sarawak. So before you start yourself, you need to know yourself. Actually, you need to understand yourself before you start any business. But the different, you can do SWOT analysis, you can do IFE or EFE, or it's called the external factors evaluation or internal factors evaluation. You can do that actually, but in my opinion, you can do your own a simple self-assessment like this. For example, is what is your strength? What is your weakness? A simple question. And does your business have a license? Is your license complete? Why you survive in this industry if you have a business? Why you can survive? And then after that, do you have any financial backup? Do you have any reliable supplier at your back? For example, you have a water pipe supplier, you have your electrical item suppliers at your back, and also your called the transformers suppliers. So all those reliable suppliers, do they support you or not? Do they give you any facility? If you requested for quotation, do they reply the quotation or not in times? Sometimes the supply becomes very nasty. I think some of you guys understand what I'm talking about over here. So do you have any reliable subcontractor? That is the most important part because you are one of the main contractor. Of course, if you don't have any manpower, you can sub-labor to the third party to do your works. And also you can buy the materials. I think you guys know more toward this. And also, do you have any other network in this field? As you know, in construction industry, the network is, you need networks to know a bit about the market. So that is the most important question that you need to answer. And there are a few advantages of self-assessment. Number one, you can improve. You can find room to improve yourself. What you can improve in your company. And another one is you will have insight. What is your future goal later on? And then after that, you can do your own risk management. And on top of that, you can do risk mitigation. So after you know your current strength, So in this, to kickstart, you need to know yourself first. And before we start the more toward discussion about the strategies, and we need to know few important definitions. Number one is strategy. This is my opinion. Strategy is the most important definition you need to know. I think you guys know. A set of related action that managers takes to increase their company performance is either the long-term strategy or short-term strategies. And then after that, your competitive advantage. What is the best thing about yourself compared to your rival? You need to have your competitive advantage. Later on, we will discuss about the competitive advantage later on. And then after that, what is your business model? If your company is if your company is financially strong, and also how to achieve your competitive advantage on that. And then after that, do you have any strategic leaderships to creating competitive advantage through effective management? And then after that, do you have any strategy formulations that they're selecting the best strategies on analyst organization, external and internal environment. This one is more toward how to formulate your own business. And then after that, the strategy implementation. So the strategy formulation is for you to formalize your strategy within your organization before it takes place for the implementation stage. So this is the most important definition that you need to understand before you proceed with a strategic formulation. And okay, this is the strategic planning process based on strategic formulation, strategic implementation, and post-strategic evaluation. So in this strategic management process, we tailor-made this process more toward contractor G4 and also UPK class D. So for the strategic formulation, number one is you need to understand your business model. Number one, you are one of the contractor, of course. You're one of the contractor, and also you can do other things too. For example, supplier too. And do you have any vision in your company? Some company they just put the vision in the company profile, but never look at the visions. It is very good for you to have a vision too. And then after that, for the SWOT analysis, do you perform any SWOT analysis? Internal factors evaluation and external factors evaluation, strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. This one is the things that you must do inside your company too. But in my opinion, this basic understanding for yourself is much better compared to for the SWOT analysis. Actually, this one is more toward too theoretical for me. And you need to understand to identify your customer too. So if your company is still new, it is very difficult for you to bid for the government project. But you can always look for the subcontractor project to kickstart your company. And then any other important critical factors need to be highlighted is number one is financial strength. Of course, in strategic formulation, financial strength is the most important element in this industry, because it is enable you to do all the preliminary works and also to pay all your subcontractor after work done is completed. As you know that I think some of the client the payment is more 3 to 6 months, quite late in my opinion. So financial strength is most important thing. The second one is liquidity in bank account. Liquidity in bank account is you need to have your ending balance in your company. You must have a very good ending balance. For example, 100,000 ringgit or 200,000 ringgit, enough for you to you need to maintain that type of value in your bank account. For later on during the tender stage, later on they will evaluate based on your how much money you have in bank based on ending balance and then divided by 3 average. And that money, is it equivalent to 5% to contract amount or not? If not achieved, then you are out of from the tender evaluation. It's very critical element. And then after that, do we have any fixed deposit? Fixed deposit is good. In my opinion, it's very, very good. Because of fixed deposit, you can use the fixed deposit as to request for another banking facility, one-to-one banking facility for the bank. So it is very good for me. So at least you put some money in the fixed deposit and easy for you to put inside the Porang C during the tender evaluation later on. And then after that, do you have any banking facility? Of course, you need to request for banking facility. On top from that, for the new company, normally bank will never provide the banking facility to new company unless your company established 1 or 2 years. Then they started to give you banking facility. But depending on your audited account too, and also depending on your how active is your bank account. And the best part is you need to use the easiest part is you need to use your fixed deposit to back the banking facility one-to-one before you withdraw the fixed deposit. And then after that, you do have any financial backup. For example, Tekun, for example, SME Bank, for example, Kenanga Investment Bank. Me myself supported by Kenanga Investment Bank, but for other bank they don't supported me at this stage. Back in 2020, I go to Kuala Lumpur to request for financial backup from them, and luckily they're willing to support me few millions for the main contractor job. On the other hand, do you have any fixed deposit? Fixed deposit is very important too. For example, if you have a building, you can put one-to-one facility with banking facility too. So it will increase your banking facility later on. So having an asset is very good, but for the new business, it is very difficult for you to get a fixed asset. Very difficult. So I hope that you guys, if you start your own company, work toward to get the fixed asset for you to increase your banking facility, and then after that increase your liquidity at the same time. And don't forget to strengthen the license, because the license is everything. The license is everything for you to move forward. You cannot move forward without a proper license. And during the strategy implementation, after you formulate everything one by one, and then you started to design your own structure in your own team. Actually, you need to hire the right people in order for them to support you directly. So if you have very good people, they will work for you from 8 to 5 and willing to put extra hours for you to grow your company. So that is the best part about hiring the right people. And then after that, do you have any organization design control? For the new company, you need to establish your own paperwork, starting from policies and then QA/QC, and then you need to have your safety manual and everything. You need to put all your data inside for you to follow, for you to establish your own business. Without the right control, it's very difficult for you to grow your business at all. Even for my company, for the organization design control, I design my own document one by one in soft copy, and everyone in my company able to edit the document according to their needs. So the data inside my company is accessible to all employees within the Black Dot Management Seram Bahad. And then the design culture. What is the culture that you put inside your company? Actually, you want your company to be lenient. You want your company to be very aggressive. So there's another design culture that you need to put for your employee to you need to provide the best working environment to your employee. So this implementation is quite very important for you to have a very successful organization, organization. And from time to time, you will start your own business, you will get few jobs, and then after that you will earn a very good cash flow. And for the post-strategy evaluation, after 3 to 4 years of establishment, then you started to realize that which part is your the best thing about you. You can identify your own competitive advantage. What is the best thing about you compared to other competitors? So you can take that as a positive things for you to grow actually. So other organization cannot have the same things compared to yours, to your organization. But in my company, my competitive advantage is more toward license. We have a lot of license. That is our competitive advantage currently compared to other organization. In CIDB alone, we have around 40% of the code bidang. In UPKJ, we have full license from head 1 until head 3, and also we are one of the gazetted company in Sarawak. What do you mean by gazetted company in Sarawak? Our company currently one of the native company in Sarawak, and also we can deal with any native land in Sarawak. In other words, we can buy the native land and park under company. We don't need to park under personal name anymore. So we can take the land using the company names. But the worst part about that is every time there is a changes in the directors, you need to get approval from the state ministers. So that is the worst part. And if we do something wrong, we take the land and we misuse the land, we can lose our license. That is the worst part about it. That is after a few years of establishment of black dot management, then we started to realize that our competitive advantage. So same goes to this company later on. After a few years of establishment, after a few years of hiccup, then you started to realize that which part is your strength, your competitive advantage. And you can start focusing more toward that, and people will realize that you are very good in that area. So this is for the gray area is more toward how based on experience. This one is more based on experience. And the next thing is the business model. To start a business is very easy. To make a business plan is very difficult. So this business model canvas is widely used by all the trainer in Sarawak and in Malaysia. They use this business model canvas for you to understand your own business. So I highly recommend it to you guys to use this model, but not to be used as a strategic management tools for you to expand your business. This one is for you to understand only. So same goes to this area. It is very important for you to understand yourself. It is very important for you to understand the definition, and then it is very important for you to understand your own business model before you go forward for the strategic management or for the strategic planning process within your company, how to expand your company. So, and then after that, you will know your customer, you will know your partners, you will know your which part is your suppliers and everything. So you need to identify one by one. Of course, yes, can we have the slide after this presentation? Yes, we will share the slide later on. So the company need to strengthen the license in civil engineering, mechanical engineering, and electrical engineering. The list of application you need to apply for the CE 24, BE1, BE2, Head 1, 2, and 3, Petronas. If you want to apply for the ISO, you need to apply too, but it is very expensive, around 15 to 40,000. If you want to go full-fledged until 9001 until safety and environment. So this business model canvas is for you to understand your business only. So it is highly recommended for you guys to understand your business. On the other hand, you need to have your vision and mission too, what you want to achieve in the future. So this, if you have a very good, clear and vision and mission statement, then you can move forward toward that kind of vision. For my company, my vision is I want to be the best contractor in Sarawak, and also I want to involve in the state development. So that is my current vision currently. So it is very important. So you guys can work toward on that vision, and you can strengthen your own company based on that vision. So it is very important for you to understand your own vision. Kalau dalam bahasa orang Sarawak, orang kata inggar. So lepaskan dah rasa inggar tu, just work toward on the vision that you want to go for. And this is the strategies for the contractors, focusing more toward SME. We can divide it from short-term strategy to do strengthening, the mid-term strategy to expand your business. This is the list of strategy that I think is the best strategy for the grade number 4 to expand, from establishment of the company until you expand the company to the next level, or to upgrade your company to G7. But to upgrade to company to G7 is very easy. It's very easy. It can be done. But to focus to secure the grade 4 market is another different things. So for the short-term strategies, there are 5 strategies in these short-term strategies for the new establishment of company. You can choose is either you want to establish a company or to acquire the company. If you tak nampak.
TS Nikman, your slide hilang.
Hilang. Oh tadi nampak kah?
Kali ada orang tershare slide, and then slide kita tutup.
Yeah, it's your site gone now.
Sebab
gone.
Sarawak.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Now it's okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, sudah rancak tadi. Aduh. Okay. Can you see right now? Okay. Okay. Again, this is the strategies for the contractor, more to SME. We can divide it to 2 sections, the short-term strategy and mid-term strategy. For the short-term strategy is for you to do strengthening, for you to do internal strengthening. That is the most important part. And then for the mid-term strategy, for you to expand your own business, how to expand your own business. To expand your own business, it involves collaboration, it involves joint venture, it involves a lot of things need to be done within the expansion area. But for the short term, strategy number 1, it is recommended for you to establish a company first. If you started your own business, number 1, if you have money, you're rich, you can acquire the company. If you have your own existing business, you can acquire another company to put up under your subsidiaries too. But there is another method later on. You cannot acquire the equity more than 5%, because later on you will lose your license later on because of the UPKJ requirement. If you go toward more to 5%, your license is automatically cancelled. And for the strategy number 1, settle. Strategy number 2 is to establish your bank account and hiring the best internal auditor for you can work with later on, or the best external accountant for you to work with to do your accounting in proper manner. And if you have money, you can do capital injection. But if you don't have, you don't need to put any capital over there. You just invest more toward license first. And then strategy number 3 is to establish your license. This is the most important part. Without proper license, you cannot do business. Without proper license, nobody will trust you. So getting the right license, getting the right code bidang, getting the right license for contractor is the most important, is critical, is mandatory. It's very mandatory, in my opinion. So get the right code for the trading license. For example, to do contractor, civil engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering. in Black Dot Management Serang Berhad, we have 9 trading license. Number 1, civil engineering. Number 2, electrical engineering. Number 3, mechanical engineering. Number 4, telecommunication engineering. Number 5 is management consultancy. Number 6 is offshore and onshore manpower supply, and property management and other things. So we tailor-made our own trading license toward our visions, what we want to achieve in the future. So we just maintain the license only. So if we do it in proper way. For DCRDB license, you need to have, in this case, you need to get the grade 4 license. And then after that, you need to get full PPK, SPKK, and STB. Later on in CRDB, there will be a hiccup later on because there are a lot of process involved to get the PKK and SPKK. And of course, there is a cheat code to overcome untuk melompat daripada satu part ke satu part lain lagi. There is another part. I think that part, if you want to know more, maybe you can contact me directly. I will teach you one by one later on. And the UPK too, currently UPK has moved to another new platform, and they moving to another new platform. Now they are more toward going online. So after they go online, there is a loophole too. It can be done too within a short period of time. And then after that, MOF. And strategy number 4 is to prepare your company profile and prepare your documentation. Without proper documentation, without a profile, people are unable to identify your company. Every time I think you guys know, because you guys are involved in this industry more than me, I think. So this one no need to talk about. Strategy number 5 is to maintain a very good cash flow and to get a small project. Since you guys it is recommended for the new company to get a small project to earn some cash flow. No need to think about the profit. Break even is better. To get a profit, you're very lucky. Very lucky. So if you maintain a very good cash flow, you can use that cash flow to apply for license at the same time to bid for other projects. For example, if you have ongoing project over here, and then you will have interim payment application setiap bulan. I consider that as a very good cash flow. Setiap kali masuk saja payment to the bank account, you need to maintain until at the end of the month, and then after that, using that information to bid for other project, then you can grow immediately. So that is the recommended strategy for the small company to grow dengan cepat. So no need focus more toward one project only. Try after one project start, you need to find another one. Make use of the cash flow inside your bank account. Try to increase your ending balance. The most important, ending balance. If you need to pay your subcontractor, you need to have your schedule. Pay your subcontractor after 1st of the month to maintain a very good ending balance. Also, this is more towards strengthening part. For the midterm strategy part, it is focusing more toward expansion. How you want to expand it. Can you see my slide? Dapat kah?
Oh, dapat.
Dapat.
Okay, it's clear. Yeah, it's clear.
Okay. Clear. Okay. Slide dapat dengar. Okay. 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 For the midterm strategy expansion, strategy number 6, you can do strategic collaboration with other contractor. Any established contractor, you can do collaboration. You can use their license. It is the fastest way, provided if they trust you. And if you have your enemy, you try to turn your enemy become your friends. There's another different parts of it. And then strategy number 7, to surrender your license to big boys. This one is very radical strategy, but it works. It works. So, okay, if you have a very big firm, looking for a license, a proper license, of course they will have a network. You can make full use of your license to be parked under them. Let them use the license first. After they get one project, and then the money will start coming in, the cash flow. So you need to maintain a very good track record or very good cash flow doing at this stage. Using the same method during the project implementation by the big boys, master implementation of the project. Use the same bank account to bid for other project. So after the second project, you started to be independent. So that is the strategy number 7. It is very radical strategy, but you need to have someone you can trust. Okay, you can see my slide, isn't it? Okay, clear? Is it clear?
Yeah, very clear. Yes, Nikman.
Yeah, here very clear.
Very clear. Okay. Okay. Next is the strategy number 8. If you have individual investor to finance your project, you can engage too. But normally for the individual investor is very agak menjerut sikit. They will request a lot of margin from your project. But if you have a personal investor, you can ask you can engage them based on project basis. Try to avoid them to be part of your company. So if they started to be part of your company, you will started to lose your company to them. So there will be another series of pergaduhan later on after that. So project basis financing is the most important part lah for the investors. Of course, investors, they want to earn some money, and at the same time they want to try to get control of your own company. So you will lose a lot over there. Need to be really careful on this part. For the strategy number 9, we need to negotiate with the bankers. For example, Maybank, RHB Bank, NCIB Bank to get a banking facility. Under BDM umbrella, we negotiate with one of the branch in bank in Kuching. We told them that if we put all our associate in our companies and our subsidiaries over here, will you give us our very good facility or not? Will you support us? So I started to negotiate with bankers based on that basis. If all my project will go to under that branch later on to make them feel look good. So it is a win-win situation between the bankers and also for the contractor like us. So we give them more saving. They will give us more facilities. It's a win-win situation. This one need to engage a branch manager. For the strategy number 8, you need to leveraging the cash flow inside your bank account. Strategy number 10 and also number 8 and number 7 is almost the same. Try to use the same technique. For example, if you have a project, you need to maintain a very good ending balance. That is the most important part. Do not spend all your monies to pay your subcontractor before the end of the month. Pay beginning of the month. Then your company will start to enjoy your very good ending balance. So everyone will see you. This company, they have a very good financially stable. So strategy number 11, the multiple project will help to strengthen company bank account. 2 is good, 3 is good too, 4 is bad, provided you can manage the project. I think you guys know about these things more than me. And strategy number 12 is to attach your company with big firm in Sarawak. At the same time, you enjoy the brand image and some of the benefit out of it. So, for example, if your company is very close with Samling, you can close with Samling. If you close with Zikon, try to close with them. That is the best strategy. Get their brand image to support your brand image. At the same time, everyone will see you to be part of the group too. So that is the 12 strategies from short term until mid term strategy. For the long term strategy, I think you guys need to work more towards your own vision later on. But in my opinion, for the long term strategies, always to purchase an asset, for example, like a building, for you to you need to own a building for you to increase your banking facility. You can use the building as a collateral. So that is my grand vision. Next is strategies how to handle your competitions. I have a lot of bad experience, so there are few strategies need to be implemented. You guys need to know to handle your own competition. Competition is very dangerous. It can be littles. It can be part of your friends too sometimes. Strategy number one is business acquisition. Number one is you can buy the company shares or convert it to become your subsidiaries. You can buy 5% on paper. Back deal you can take 40%. And if you want to take a company, it is the best way for you to take, not using the personal names, but using the corporate share, using your own company. For example, if company ABC Sdn Bhd want to take over company Zikon, company ABC need to buy the corporate share from Zikon, not the personal. For example, Ahmad buying the share from Zikon. It is the best way for you to buy using the corporate share. And number two is secret alliance. Establishing a secret alliance is very good too. There is no paperwork involved in this sense. We have, do we engage in secret alliance? Yes, we do engage in secret alliance. Sometimes if we engage, there are few companies who request quotation from us. For example, like SAN. Our company, we have a joint venture to get a SAN license to supply SAN in Sarawak. And we use that secret alliance to level the pricing in to quote to other people, to level the price. So that is the best part about secret alliance. We use that platform to, you quote this much, we will quote this much. Whoever get the business, it's yours. At least we tak bunuh sama sendiri lah. That is the most important part lah. For the strategy number 3 is the official joint venture. This one is actively being used by the big firm and actively being used by other companies. They actively joint ventures to form a joint ventures to in similar field and a common goal. For example, some engineering company, electrical company, joint venture with other electrical company who have the experience to participate in the Sarawak energy project. So joint venture is the best way. And this one is need to do joint venture agreement between both parties. Strategy number 4 is collaboration. The collaboration between one or two companies to engage with similar interest and goal. This one is the official collaboration for you to do works. Strategy number 5 is to focus on your competitive advantage. Why you need to focus on your competitive advantage? So if you focus more toward your strength, focusing on the niche market, no one will touch you actually. Yeah, no one. Because you have your own strength in the market. You have your own strength and you have established your own market in this manner. Focusing on this will destroy all your competitions. And strategy number 6 is related diversification plan for the expansion plan. For the related diversification is to expand your company aggressively on the same business segment. For example, you establish another from G4 company, you will establish another G5, 6, 7, and 8. That is called related diversification. So you sometimes you establish another one company, a G4 company, but using other people's names. That is considered a related diversification plan too. For the unrelated diversification expansion, is more toward things that it's not your main business. So that is unrelated diversification. For example, if you supply for electrical product, for example, you are one of the contractor, suddenly you will become part of the supplier for the electrical product or transformer product. That is considered as an unrelated diversification plan. And for example, our company, we have unrelated diversification. We go toward from contractor, we go to the supplier sector. Now we supply sands in Sarawak, and we already closed the deals yesterday. We're quite very lucky. And on the other hand, there is as you can see, red part is for you to know only. For you to know only. Strategy number 8 is project hostile takeover. It is good for you to know, but it is bad for you to implement this type of strategy. And strategy number 9 is proxy damaging company image and reputation. This one is bad too, but at least you guys know it can be done. It can be done. And strategy number 10 is to knock out your competitors, to block all your suppliers. If you have a very good link with the suppliers, if you have a very good link with all the resources, your clients, you can block them immediately. So this one is a bad strategy, but it is worth for you to know, and it can be done. It can be done. So it's very dangerous. The next part is the strategy. This is the strategic expansion through subsidiaries and profit sharing. For after a few years in the market, I find out that this is the best strategy to be used to expand your company and subsidiaries. And this type of strategies actively being used by the big firm to expand their business and also to do the risk mitigation. For example, the main company will hold the corporate share in the subsidiary company. The subsidiary company will hold the share in the subsidiary company. So all the asset will go to the subsidiary A, and all the financial support will go to the company A. If the subsidiary company A generating money, they will start to give dividend to the main company. From there, they will enjoy the benefit of the main company. The main company, it is called the investment holding companies. For the subsidiary A to be used to navigate around in the market and also to perform and get the business.
Excuse me, yes, no, Nikman, I
Yes.
think your slide is freezing. Your slide is freezing, is it? Is this
My
the current
is?
slide? Freeze.
No.
Oh,
Freezing.
not change. Yeah,
Yeah, change
already.
already.
Okay, because our participant says the slide is not changed.
Everyone dapat tengok kan? Can you see the slide?
So this one is your current slide, is it? Okay. Should be
Yeah,
this one, is it?
current. Yeah, current
Okay.
slide.
Okay, this one is okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay, welcome. Sorry. Okay. Okay, this is the current strategy to be used by a lot of company, big firm use this type of structure. For example, like Zikon, for example, like Naim, they use this type of structure, and also BYU Group, so the same structure too. So this company will engage all works and also to perform all joint venture. So this company will bear all the risks, and at the same time, this company will to mitigate the risk. So holding the corporate share over here is the most recommended for this type of strategy to be used. it is in my opinion, it's a very good strategy in order for you to hide your ownership in this company, to hide your ownership. So in this market, there are a lot of noise in this market. They can buy all the company the company information, and try to look for who is the owner of the company. At the same time, you can put the first layer of defense for other people to look who is the real owner of the company. So this strategy is the best strategy in my opinion. And in 2021, I started to engage one of the offshore Labuan company to learn something about the offshore company. For the offshore company, they enjoy 3% corporate tax. 3% corporate tax. But to establish the company, you need around 10,000 ringgit to 15,000 ringgit, 10 to 15,000 ringgit. And yearly, you need to pay around 5,000 ringgit to the company secretary based in Labuan. So it is very good company. It is very good for you to know. At least you can reduce your tax significantly if you establish your company in Labuan. For example, in this area, you can cancel the main company, transfer all your share to Labuan company, and enjoy 3% corporate tax. So to reduce all the taxation. This is what we try to do in 2031, but unfortunately it's quite very expensive. We put on hold on our plan. So this is the real implementation of the strategy in my own company. So as you know that in my own company, we are in the middle of transition toward a better corporate governance, whereby all the share in the Black Dot Management Sdn Bhd to be converted into corporate share. I will be no longer holding the individual share in the Black Dot Management. It will be handled by the Black Dot BDM Eureka Sdn Bhd on behalf of me. In other words, I will be managing the company using the proxy later on. This is the things that I try to do. And we almost reached at the end of my presentation. This is the case study for us to learn a bit about the strategic management. This information is obtained legally, and all data is publicly available in the market. So actively in the market. So this company is called Zikon Geotechnical Sdn Bhd. The main company is Zikon. So we suddenly found this company in CIDB. Grade number 4. The paid up capital is 150,000 ringgit. The main business is geotechnical and piling works. The license, they have a G4. Maximum project value up to 3 millions. UPKJ is not available. They don't have any UPKJ license. In 2020, they generating zero revenue. Expenses is negative 400,000. 400,000 expenses. That means they are losing 400,000. So if you go on the right side over here, can you see on this side? Okay. Okay, this data is legally obtained in SSM based on 2020 data. As you can see right over here, the revenue 0, profit or loss is negative 400,000, which means that the expenses is 400,000. And if you see at the balance sheet over here, the non-current asset is considered as a fixed asset. Fixed asset, this company, they have no fixed asset, they have no building. For the current asset, they have cash around 7,000 ringgit only, cash in bank. For the long-term loan, they have 0. For the short-term loan, they have 31 million short-term loan. And paid up capital, share capital is 150,000, and return earning is 31 million. 31 million, sorry. 31 million, sorry. The current liability is 31 million. The retained earning is 31 million too. So in other words, this company, they drain money 31 million in 1 year. We don't know what happened, but in my opinion, they withdraw 30 million. There's something wrong on it. So what the question is, what can we do to save this company? Can we save this company or not? This company is heavily in debt and they have no money. But their main company is Econ. Of course, Econ, they have a lot of assets. So how can we save this company? So there are few recommended strategies for us to recover this company, but this one is more toward theoretically. To save a company which is they have a 31 million in debt is very, very difficult. But in case anything happen to this company, they can go bankrupt or don't know what happened. So this is the strategy number one. You need to prepare the formulation plan. And strategy number two is to get more foundation business, because this company is more to can you see this slide? Can you see this slide? Hello? Dapat tengok slide?
Ya, dapat.
Okay, dapat. For the strategy number two, try to get more foundation business and subcontractor under Zecon. Zecon, they have a lot of project. You need to give the subsidiary. Okay, and the debt. There are two situation type of debt over here. 31 million, that 31 million debts. Situation number one, if the loan given by the bank, the company required to do debt restructuring. Need to nego with the bank, and also the main company need to help to repay the debt, repayment of the debt. The situation number two, if the loan is given by the company, not for the bank, but for the main company, to save this company, you need to do something on it. You need to at least strike off, or to request for deferments, or to request for temporary injection. So this is the recommended strategies. On strategy number three is more toward how to manage the debts within our companies. And next is strategy number four, to do collaboration. As you know, we have a lot of supplier of the piling supplier in Sarawak. For example, SCIB, CMS, Sindili, and other piling contractor. They do their own square pile too. So need to do collaboration with them to get all the suppliers at the same time to reactivate back the piling works business. The example of the company who is success doing this is Sindili. They are one of the supplier, the pile supplier. At the same time, they are one of the piling contractor too. So can you imagine one project they can earn around subcontractor project around 50 to 100,000 ringgit project, depending on the scale of the project. Imagine, but that one is to do piling only, maybe around 2 weeks to 4 weeks to do the piling works. So it is a good business, and then after that, after you get some very good cash flow, and then you have a very stable business, and then you start to maintain your cash flow in the market, and you cash flow in the company, and then after that increase the equity, at the same time increase the number of assets in the company. At this stage number 5, strategy number 5 is the most important part, whereby it required to repair this one. The company required times around 2 to 3 years at least minimum to repair this company financially, to repair this company. So this part. And strategy number 6 is to maintain a good relationship with other piling contractor. And then strategy number 7 is after everything has been stable, the company enjoy good cash flow, the equity is increasing from time to time, the banking now see the opportunity in this company, and then the company will start to expand to the manufacturing business to do the precast piling to supply to do the precast piling, and also to supply and also to pile the the pilings. The facility more focusing toward 150 mm, 200 mm diameter square pile, 250 and 300. It is more than enough. In the market, they're using 150, 200. It's a standard. So it is a huge market and opportunity over here. This is the recommended, the change management strategy for this company. And the most critical element is strategy number 3 and the strategy number 5. Without good debt restructuring, without good financial management, the company will be gone forever. So we almost reached at the end of the presentation. In conclusion, to start a business, you need to have a very good license, and then after that, after you establish a license, you need to have a stable business. At least you have 2 or 3 projects. We understand that to get a business, it's not a very easy thing. It is very hard. You need to work closely with someone you know. You need to expand your business within the community for those who are willing to help you. Because in this field, we need other people to expand the business, to get the business to at the same time. Number 4 is to maintain a very good cash flow. Try to control the cash flow, money in and money out. Maintain a very good ending balance in bank account. Try to invest toward the fixed asset. Try not to invest luxury things. Do not do that at the early stage. Because that is yang tu akan membunuhkan business lah at the same time. After everything has been settled, then you start focusing more to your expansion plan. So this is the recommended strategies for company who is involved in the G4. Right now we around 3:37. You still want to continue with last session because the strategy part has been completed. The next session is the venturing into construction business, the tips and tricks. You want to learn about this? If not, we can end the presentation over here.
Okay, maybe Mr. There's someone, Zamani Abu Bakar, maybe something you want to say?
Okay.
Thank you for the thank you for the opportunity. I just want to say that I need to go for a meeting now, so I won't be able to go further under the. Thank you very much for the knowledge that you have given me.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for your attendance, sir.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye. So, okay. Still continue. 3 page. Okay. Okay, tips. Venturing into the, this is the tips to do construction business. The tips. So, as you know, we already completed the strategy part. To establish a business is easy, but to do all the licensing work is very, very difficult. So to choosing between the sole prop partnership and Senang Berhad and Berhad, it is very critical too. It's very critical too. If you want to do a small business, you can focusing more to sole proprietorship. You can focusing more to partnership. If you want to expand your business to the next level after this stage, you need to go to Senang Berhad. And of course, you can upgrade from sole prop to Senang Berhad. And I personally make a mistake last time, upgrading from sole prop to Senang Berhad. I make a mistake. In sole prop, I have the only person who have the registered under sole prop is my name only, since 2040. After our company experienced a rapid expansion in 2020, I started to think about how for me to move forward, which is upgrading to Senam Berhad. Upgrading to Senam Berhad, you can use the same name to Senam Berhad. Oh, got. Okay, after this, okay. You can use the same name to Senam Berhad, but the tips is, if your sole prop, if you choose to establish your sole prop today, 5 years from now, you want to upgrade to Senam Berhad, make sure there is no changes in the shareholder. Use the same shareholder, because later on, if you move forward to the CIDB later on, you try to transfer all your data from CIDB, from old company to new company, there will be a problem. So maintain, if you have one director at sole prop, maintain one director at the Senam Berhad. So this is another tips that I learned last time. And of course, for the sole prop partnership, if something goes wrong, the debtor can go directly to your pocket. So if you understand what I mean, if you go bankrupt, the bank can take all your assets, including your personal things, personal belongings. But for Senam Berhad, they will stop until the company only. They will not go. They will not move toward your personal belonging unless you become part of the guarantor of the company. Then it will goes to your personal belonging. So you need to choose carefully. And for the sole prop in the for the Senam Berhad and sole prop, if you want to go for small business, for example, like G4, it is better for you to go for Senam Berhad. If you want to choose for G2 business, go for sole prop first. Go for sole prop. So that is in my opinion. But if you want to go for G7, it's better for you to go directly to Senam Berhad. But to become part of to join this contractor field, you need to have your capital in. For example, if you requested for G1 license, you need to have 5,000 ringgit in capital, in bank. 5,000 ringgit. If you want G4, you need to have 150,000 ringgit. If you want to have G7, you need to have 750,000 ringgit. Okay. This one you need to have cash money in bank. But there is a trick to there is a loophole for us to avoid this. There is a loophole. Okay. There is a loophole. For G2, for the sole prop, it is better for you to use this data, for example, like personal account, fixed deposit, ASB, and tabung haji. Combine it all together, and then submit directly to the CIDB. Automatically, you will try to reach the 25,000 using all this data, all this personal money you have in hand. But for the Senam Berhad, it's a cheat code. It's a cheat. You can cheat over here. In Senam Berhad, there is one called authorized capital and also paid up capital. You can put authorized capital, for example, around 500,000 ringgit. 500,000 ringgit, you automatically entitled to register for G6. Just authorized capital only. You don't need to put your cash money in Senam Berhad, because the accounting process will see you yourself putting the 600,000 ringgit in Senam Berhad. So there's a cheat over there. So you establish a company in very minimal cost, and then at the same time you can go for higher grade. But always bear in mind, if you choose for higher grade, maybe you need to do your own due diligence too lah. For example, your taxations, you need to do in proper manner too. So this is my tips. And then after that, to establish a business, this is the data that required by you to establish a business. So you need names, and then after that you need to propose names, and then after that you need to have your business codes, the list of directors, the shareholders, and also the registered address where you want to put which address that you want, your operating address. You call it operating address. Yeah. Operating address. Okay, this is the center part. And then, okay, this is the most interesting part. How to navigate around to request for license. In my opinion, business without license is like a business with, it's not a proper business. So after you settle your SSM, you need to request for Lembaga Hasil Malaysia license, trading license. Without this trading license, you cannot go for CIDB, you cannot go for UPK. To do business with federal government, you need to have CIDB. To do business with the state government, you need to have UPK. So that's why these two license is the most important license in Sarawak. So for CIDB Malaysia, after you settle this, you need to apply for PPK over here, number 4. After you apply for PPK, you need to apply for score. For the minimum score, you need to get 3 star and above. If you get less than 3 star and above, you will have a problem later on to apply for next level to SPKK over here. For example, if you want to apply for G7, you need to have 3 star to apply for Sijil Perolehan Kerja Kerajaan. But there is a cheat code to overcome this 3 star. There is a cheat code. Cheat number 1, you settle your CIDB star. If you got lucky, got 3 star, you can move forward to next level. But if you're unlucky, you got 2 star, there is another way. Okay? But you need to spend a bit. Okay, method number 1, from G7, reduce your grade to G4. After you reduce the grade, you apply for SPKK. After the SPKK has been approved, upgrade to G4 again, automatically you will have these 3 license in hand. This is the cheat code. After you settle your SPKK, then you move forward to UPK over here. Okay. For the UPK, you use the same data inside the CIDB to apply for the UPK. For the UPK is very straightforward, but the system is very haywire lah. Very haywire. That's it. Without a lot of people get stuck when they try to apply one by one over here, especially on UPK. They get stuck because of they don't know what to do next. Especially on the star part, they don't know what to do next. So last time I experienced I have a bad experience too, to register my own company, but I tried to do try and error, try to reduce the grade, increase the grade, at the same time try to tambah kod bidang. We try to do different way, and we find the loophole. Same goes to UPK. So UPK website, they have a loophole too. You can use the same data inside the CIDB and delete the few yang macam ada satu attention to the BPK, everything. Use the same data, upload inside the UPK. You don't need to apply for the banker's report anymore. After that, you can use that same data. You don't need to update anymore. You use the same data to reapply back until it approved. So that is the tips and tricks. So I think that's all. Do you have any questions? Okay, I think
TS non-Nikman, I think there is one question here from Mr. Khairuddin Sakuri. The question is the requirement to do the same construction business same at other state?
CIDB is considered as mandatory. UPK only in Sarawak. Pukonsa is in Sabah. I think, in Sabah. CIDB is considered as mandatory. CIDB is more than enough for you to do construction business in other states. But you only can participate in the federal project only. I think TS Lau more know lebih tahu lah inilah. They know about this. Do you have any other questions?
Okay. Mr. Chan Cheng Hin, is this a question? Would like to know the tips too. I think Mr. Chen can react for this one. Is Mr. Chan Cheng Hin here? Is this a question?
Normally, people will get stuck on this stage. The capital required over here. Banyak orang stuck dekat sini. Because to start a business, you don't have any. Jarang ada jumpa orang yang ada 750,000 cash in bank. Jarang, sangat jarang. So you use the same method. Betul. You use the same method. Apply for the authorized capital 750 over here. The paid up capital is 0. Automatically you entitled for G7 in CIDB. That's it. So that is the tips and tricks to overcome the this capital required involved. Okay. Do you have any other questions?
Okay, participants, if you have any questions, you can open your mic. Yeah, you can ask a question to TS Nikman if there is any question. Okay. Yeah, I think it looks like there is no question. Okay, thank you very much, TS Nikman Salleh. I hope you all enjoy this amazing presentation. Now, I think we have like to be covered all the questions lah. I think there's only one question just now. And then TS Nikman Salleh, is there anything else you want to cover before we have wrap up?
Okay, I think thank you very much for inviting me. Thank you very much for all participants willing to hear my my lecturings. But thank you very much again. Thank you guys. Thank you. If you need my help later on, please WhatsApp me or give me a call. I will help you guys.
Okay, for our next session is a certificate ceremony. I would like to invite Mr. Chairman, that is Association of Professional Technicians and Technologists, or APTT, IRTS Ahmad Sawawi, to present a certificate to our presenter, TS Nikman. Please welcome. Hello. Yeah.
Sorry.
Hello,
Okay,
Ben.
thank you.
Are you there? Okay.
Thank you very much to our moderator and of course to our speaker today, TS Nikman Salleh, on dia punya sharing session today on our Friday webinar. So I think it's a good sharing lah from TS Nikman dengan kita because we as technologists doesn't mean we only work and do provide having this some sharing dari Nikman on the how to become the entrepreneur, macam mana nak buka business kan. I think it's very good sharing session lah. I believe after this Nikman akan bersama kita lagi untuk second webinar part 2, part 3. Mudah-mudahan dengan kita punya ni akan ada our technologists akan bagi become a good businessman lah in Sarawak, contribute to Sarawak development. Okay, Cik Nikman, thank you again. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you IRTS Ahmad Zawawi. Okay, before we wrap up, I would like to invite everybody to switch on your camera for our photo session.
Boleh lupa Lau Ali Ahmad dah.
Okay, dah ada buka kamera semua. Okay, open your camera.
Sampai kaki. Kami close
Sampai
kejap
kaki.
ya. Aduh tambah keluar.
Okay, ready? One.
Lambat lah.
Aduh, banyak lagi yang belum buka kamera ni. Okay, maybe they are too shy to show their handsome face.
Aku dah buka.
Okay, good. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, nice. Thank you. All
Thank
right.
you.
Okay, thank you once again, TS Nikman Salleh, for answering all those questions and for the great presentation. It was a pleasure to have you with us. So this concludes the webinar. On behalf of ATTP committee members, we appreciate your presence. We hope you have learned and enjoyed this webinar. Thanks again for joining us today, and see you again next time. And stay safe everybody. And not last but at least, Selamat Hari Raya Idul Fitri to all the Muslims, friends. Maaf Zahir dan Batin. See you again. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Happy
Lau
holiday.
Ali Ahmad pun nyambut juga.
Happy holiday.
Awal balik kampung.
Engineer. Oh,
Alright.
engineer. Balik kampung si. Si balik
Aku
Semenjung
on
kah?
the way pulang ke rumah tu daripada office.
Ya.
Oh, Kismet. Bos, ya.
Okay, Kismet.
Yang pergi rumah asap ya. Apa rumah ni? Rumah
Ni
asap.
ada selmu tu.
Mau pergi rumah sapnya ya, lawa.